Self-Destruct sequence activated.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Self-Destruct Sequence podcast. I'm Ron Clee, and in the background here, singing the music.
Oh man, that is some wonderful music. And this is Jimmy Russell's. Thank you for joining us. It's November 13th, and I'm filling in for the dumpster fire known as Morphine.
What
this
happened?
Is episode 38.
What happened to Morphine?
He, oh boy, we got a chapter written about him. Oh, it's like all over the front pages. You should see him. He's like, I don't think he was able to get out of bed this morning. It's just like face buried in the pillow. He was actually dressed in all black, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Anyway, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. And we've got some news this week. Descent Underground, of course, they're still plugging along. They have a new Proving Grounds build coming out. And you got a few new things coming with the new build. The Goliath ship now is able to build something called an equipment pack. It's basically for teammates. It works for the Wasp and the Warlock's tools, and it also will recharge the new turrets that they have. They have a corporate war game mode coming in where basically you mine ore, you transport it back to your base, and you prevent the other team from doing the same. So we'll see how that works out. Could be pretty exciting based on how the return mechanic is. If you destroy someone with the ore, do you get to collect the ore and return it yourself? That could be interesting. Could kind of make like a mini CTF game within a game, which could be.
So how do you defend against a Zerg rush, though?
Usually with pulse cannons.
Kick.
You say Zerg rush, of course. That's where I was last week. Was BlizzCon. That's that was a lot of fun. No 6 Degree of Freedom games announced though by Blizzard.
That's just because Blizzard is a garbage video game company.
Yeah, complete garbage.
Complete and utter garbage.
Yes. So they have a new map called Tycho Mining. It's based on Micro Tycho. It's pretty much solely to support the new game mode. Excuse me. And then the turrets we talked about, they have more health, more fire rate, more lifetime, faster turn rate. We mentioned the equipment pack replenishes it. The Incendious AI bot now has more shields and hull points, and spawns with companion bots when fighting multiple players in their respective modes. And the training mission's been expanded. They now have energy recharge zones, and they're starting the voiceovers. So, yeah, definitely a lot of work getting into that training mission, which is good. And then, of course, the other game that's currently under development, Overload. Have you seen that new HUD update?
I have not.
We need to bring
What's an Overload?
Oh, Jesus. Jimmy, why?
I'll look it up on my own time. Just show me pretty pictures, if you could, please.
Well, I mean, this is a fairly pretty picture here. Let me see if I can't.
Is it safe for work?
It is. It is very. It's not that kind of pretty picture. But
well, I have seen some things that had absolutely nothing to do with pictures of people.
But I don't think
we're not
I can
safe
actually,
for work. Like the dashboard of a freshly restored Datsun 240Z.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is I don't know if that's forwards for you, but yeah, that's the new HUD for Descent. For the guys that created the original Descent are now working on Overload.
My goodness.
Yeah, lots of interesting stuff here. I really love the.
I'm definitely liking like the depth that's implied by this. It's we have a high enough resolution that you can create that kind of illusion. I imagine that in VR, it just looks like sex.
Yeah, pretty much. And I remember back when I first started playing Descent. I think my first resolution for that game was 320 by 240.
320 by 200.
200, very nice.
That would have been the ratio, I believe.
You got me beat there. I specifically remember 240, but that's that's nasty. But yeah, that's the new update for Overload. And then, of course, we talked about the Shots Fired 3. This is the speedrun marathon, and we now know that Spooty Biscuit will be running Descent 1 and Descent 2 on Thursday, this coming Thursday, the 17th. That'll be at 6:15 p.m. Eastern, 3:15 p.m. Pacific. Of course, with it being a marathon, that could be 30 minutes either way. But considering it's early on in the marathon, I would imagine that time is going to be fairly close. So definitely check that out. He is awesome at running this game, and it is a lot of fun to watch. So definitely check that out. And that'll be over at twitch.tv/shotsfiredmarathon, all one word there. So, and that's going to just about do it for our main news. Of course, we have Descent Rangers stuff going on. The mapping contest continues. The submissions are they're rolling in. I mean, there's been like a ton of submissions. I think there's been at least 6 for just one category alone. So there's a lot of good maps coming out of this. The submission deadline, of course, is November 25th. So definitely check that out. You'll be building for Anarchy, Horde, and Team Anarchy. So definitely check that out. And of course, their next event, and this is one that I absolutely love, and this is their annual turkey shoot. This will be it's a different day of the week. So this is Sunday, November 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And that's at DescentRangers.com. That's basically one versus the world. And as the turkey, you can only shoot flares and afterburners. And yeah, that's it. That's all you can do is you can shoot flares and use well, you are being a turkey. Here, let me shoot you. And then, of course, the people that are shooting the turkey, they can't use afterburners. So that's the best thing, is that the turkey can get away because he's faster than everyone. So definitely a lot of fun. I played it last year. Yeah, it should be great. And
turkey in the straw, bang, bang, bang. Sorry.
You have a lot of stuff this week, right?
I don't know. I just.
You better go wake up Morphot if you don't.
No. He's dead inside.
He's dead.
I really don't think you want to have that kind of negativity on your show today. Either way, so what does he do? He presses this big button and whoa, my goodness, it has colors.
It has colors.
It has colors. It has lots of little numbers on there. I'm going to read the numbers. Are you ready for the reading of the numbers, Mr. Ronkley?
I am ready.
Jimmy Russell's is here on the SDS podcast reading numbers. The first number I read is 128. That's the total number of matches played between the day before Halloween and yesterday, which is the day that Morphot died.
Yes, yesterday.
It looks like a lot of people have played between Diamond and Silver, which is pretty remarkable because there's only one Diamond pilot. Yeah. And then there's, it looks like Brines versus Brines has also been pretty active with 35 matches. And then we got Silver versus Silver, which is just kind of like crabs in a bucket, really. Going on down the list, we got this Ferno guy who decides he's going to pop in and play one match. He played B2AF, and he didn't really write much home to mother. Then we talked to this guy named Can I Play Dad, who's still attempting to play Wolfenstein 3D in Descent. Well, that's the problem. That's not enough degrees of freedom. It was a two-dimensional simulation thing, kind of with a map. It looked kind of like it was 3D. It wasn't really 3D, but it was cool because you got to shoot Nazis. Now, Can I Play Dad? 22 matches here. He doesn't got to win, but he's got that thing going on with Lee. I think they're dating. I'm not entirely certain, but it's pretty obvious who wears the pants in that relationship. Now, what is to be noted is that P-Funk and this guy, Can I Play Dad, have played one game. And it was a 16-20 game against Silver Pilot P-Funk. And that classifies here. It's got big bright letters here.
I don't know if
Actually,
they're
it's not
bright.
bright. They're capital. It says threat.
Yes.
So, P-Funk, you're a loser, even though you won.
Now, I
Now,
want to point out, I did get a chance to watch like the first half of that match, and that was like an hour and a half for the first half of that match.
It was an hour and a half in Vamp.
That's a long match. I mean, I don't know how long it went on, but
Yeah, it's a long match. I mean, like, we used to make fun of Warlord, but I'm pretty certain that P-Funk could outdo this guy.
the funny thing about it is that P-Funk's stream kept pausing, and it got to the point where it was like several kills behind the tracker. So P-Funk's internet is as slow as he is. And that made it worse. It's like, I'm trying to watch this match. It's just stopping every 30 seconds. Just trying to buffer the video. So, a sloth internet, sloth pilot.
I can't respect it. I can't respect it. This is why I don't play on the ladder anymore. Now, we'll go on to another guy who's actually pretty cool. His name is Bird Dog. He's played 7 games, and he's been kicking ass in them. And that includes here, he's got a 2015 win over Lee in a what the hell level name is that?
What is that?
That is ridiculously squig X6, which I bet you though it's not an X6 though.
I know.
We don't have it.
No, it wasn't X6. It's actually part of the level name.
Ridiculously.
What is that?
Ridiculously.
Do I even want to bother playing this? I don't know.
That's what it is. It is ridiculously.
I'm clicking on the link for the match, and apparently there is a D2 version of this match.
That's
Of this thing, and
Travis,
it's
I mean-
by Fox Zero is the original pilot. It's an experiment for a multiplayer level design. It's a typical square descent level folded into a sphere. So it's kind of like a disorientation map.
So a ridiculously is nothing to do with the Fahugwa gods.
No, come on,
Okay.
gods.
So no Fahugwa gods. Okay. He's also picked up an overtime win, 34-32, with 3 suicides infused against.
Wait,
Lee.
what was that? What were those numbers?
34-32.
Do you know what
Are
that?
you shocked? Are you able to count that high, Ron
Do
Clee?
you know what that makes that game?
A basketball game.
The tied for the longest overtime match in DCL history.
Oh, maybe that is impressive.
It is pretty impressive. That is a
34-32
long match.
overtime win in Fused, which is definitely a place where Bird Dog likes to brawl in. On top of that, he's picked up a couple of dominations. He's kicked his ass in EO No Homers 20-10 and in UG 20-8, which is kind of to be expected given Bird Dog's enthusiasm for the level. Now, on top of all this, he's been poking at some silver pilots, and this is a little bit embarrassing for the guy who's sobbing into his pillow right now. But Bird Dog actually managed to get a 17-20 game against a particular fella named Melvin in a level called Control, and I've never seen this level.
I've seen it. It's been played very infrequently. It's
Who's
like
made
one
it?
of those
Who
outside.
made it?
I don't know who made it, but I've seen it before. Like,
So does it have a good flow?
I guess it's got some control.
You're fired. We're going to move on to this guy named Lee. Now, he's played 50 games in the last 2 weeks,
What the heck?
to which I would recommend that he gets a girlfriend. Now, he's played this Can I Play Dad guy a lot, so maybe he does have a girlfriend. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're going to go down this list here. We got 20-15 against Can I Play Dad in Crimson and in Mind Tricks and in Crimson again. And we got 2016 in Lurk and 2017 in Crimson and Ascend. And then 2018 against this guy named Phyrix in Agile and 2017 against Phyrix in Antarctic. So he's got all these close games and he's like right on the edge of just winning all these games, and he gets a silver promotion challenge. Can you believe that?
Yeah, very interesting. He's come a long way in a short time.
Now, if I recall correctly, Bird Dog also had a silver promotion challenge. It's just it timed out before he could get all the matches in, and so he stays in bronze. But Lee has this silver promotion challenge going, and I'll ask you if you can do your magic and look at what the status of that is, if it's even been jumped upon for Lee.
Yeah, Lee's 5 matches are filled out. He has not played any of them yet.
Ah, okay. Anyhow, on top of all of this, Mr. Lee has gotten a lot of dominations against his love partner there. A 20-10 against Can I Play in Vamped and Ascend and Athena and Vamped again and Athena again, as well as a 20-8 in Logic, 20-9 in Fused, and 20-6 in Ascend. So Lee is definitely doing very well there. 20-12 against bronze pilots in that time frame. And on top of that, he's had some success against silver pilots, picking up 2 threatening scores: 16-20 against Hyper in Wyndham and 16-20 against Watts in Flea X2. Now, this is a very interesting match that I'm about to speak of. He picked up an overtime win, 26-24 against Hyper in Koala Bala.
What?
Koala Bala is an old level.
Interesting.
It was designed to have an open enough space that you can actually hopefully hit somebody when you were playing at 400 milliseconds back in the day. And if you're really bored and you can't hit your opponent, you just kind of run around the outside like some sick NASCAR race until you puke.
Fun.
So, respect for playing a bit of old school. We move on to, it looks like he's also picked up a threatening score, this Lee guy, 15-20 against Bahamut in the halls of Iconia.
Iconia.
It's a mind...
Which, by the way, is also an old level.
It's a mind blitz, is what it is, because we can't say those other words on share, I think. But anyway, that's a very strange place. It's like... it's like a fun house, you know. You go, you look in the mirror, you see your pyro, you wave at it. It shoots a smart missile at you. You die. You cuss. Yeah, the usual thing that you find in a fun house. We're gonna move on to Mr. Fyrex here. He's put in 19 matches in the last 2 weeks. He's 11-3 against bronze because he is that awesome. And a lot of them are close games, though. I'm seeing a lot of overtime in this list. 2016, all these games are against Lee. 2016 in Athena. 2015 in Octave Pro. 2018 in Flea X4, which were both for trophy matches. 23-21 in Barathrum. 23-21 in RIP. And 24-22 in Antarctic. So he may be winning these matches, but he's like right on the edge there. And it should be noted, I have something penciled in here that says Fyrex must die.
Well,
and I think
must...
that what was meant here is that Fyrex had a bronze win streak that lasted for an extraordinary long time. Excuse me, I think my Hot Pockets are done.
Okay. Hot Pockets.
You don't hear that beep?
I heard it, yes.
Okay, it's it. I have very large Hot Pockets. They fluff up in the dryer. I live a sad life.
Okay.
So, Mr. Fyrex had a very long bronze streak, and that would have appeared to have ended, courtesy of Lee, not once, not twice, but 3 times. So, congratulations to Lee for that, and congratulations to Fyrex for having a very long reign. Now, on top of that, Mr. Fyrex has managed to do well against the resident dumpster fire in gold. That's a 16-20 against Morph in the level of Flea. And that will wrap it up for bronze. How is everybody doing in chat?
Oh, hold on, because Fyrex is in chat. And
well,
it is to be noted that because Fyrex has been beaten up on Lee so much, Lee got a silver promotion challenge. It's only fair that Fyrex gets one too, right?
Oh, and indeed, I think he has. Mm-hmm. And I don't think anybody signed up for that yet.
2.
So
2 people.
That'll be
so there's still time to get in if you're silver to go ahead and put the beat down on Phyrix if you'd like.
But hey, we like the promotion challenges. Except for me, because I recall that I couldn't get one
You can't get it
for a very long time. And so we'll move on to Silver. And with Silver, we got this hyper guy. He played 9 games. He's got
Someone should calm him down.
Huh?
Someone should calm him down if he's hyper.
This is why I don't come on the show anymore. Valkyrie.
You're
Looks
welcome.
like he's got a 20-16 win over Lee. Is a nice close game. He did that in Wyndham.
Ooh,
He
that's a
also
great
did that
level.
whole Koala Bola thing. But he hasn't.
I
got
have to
much
ask you before we move on. What is your opinion on this Wyndham level?
Oh, Wyndham?
Yeah.
My golly, what a wonderful level. Like, only the very best. You have to be, like, the best of the best to truly appreciate everything that you can do in Wyndham. It's so fast-paced. It's so balanced. I mean, this is the kind of level that caters to, like, people like Soldier or even Mark 39 too.
Definitely Mark 39 too.
Oh yes, so I it's a champions level. It doesn't come out often because people are intimidated by it.
Oh, yeah.
Only the very best can excel there. So that's my opinion of Wyndham. If you're curious,
I was. Thank you.
right? Hyper has not much else to say here. But it's always a pleasure to see him play. He's been sparring with some of the silver regulars and having very respectable scores in the middle of the pack there. And then we'll say hello to P-Funk, who has played 2 games, and one was dreadfully close to Can I Play. So good job. You nearly laid an egg. But at least your dumpster fire does not burn as brightly as the one scorching our retinas right now.
Ouch.
But we're not there yet. So then we got Lady Silver. She's played 8 games.
I have to note that 5 of them are in take 2. What
5
is
of them
her
are in take 2,
problem?
and there's some very respectable scores there, including a 2012 win over Silver Pilot P-Funk, a 15-20 loss to Melvin in there, and a 14-20 loss to Gold Pilot Dumpster Fire.
I think that says morph. It doesn't say dumpster fire.
That is the dumpster fire.
It says morph, not dumpster fire.
I'm pretty certain that those 2 terms are synonymous.
All right. You know.
We say hello to Watts here, who's played 2
What?
games. I said Watts.
What?
Watts. He's
we miss
picked
you,
up
Jimmy.
a couple games here. He's picked up 2 wins against Bronze Pilots, Bronze Pilot Lee, 2010, 2016, and Mind Tricks X4 and Flea X2. He's doing it right. Show up, play 2 games, win them both, and you get talked about. We got Swarthy popping in. He's played 1 game, but he lost it, so we can't talk about him. We have B2AF playing 19 games. He's got a 5-7 record against Silver, including close games against Hyper, 2015 and 2016 in Audacity and in Lurk, and then a 20-10 domination over him in Vamped. Then we got this Melvin guy.
Okay, let me scroll down this. Oh my god, my eyes are red everywhere. Oh, what happened?
I told you, synonymous with dumpster fire.
Oh.
So we got Melvin playing 23 games. He's 6-0 against Silver, and he's 4-1 versus Gold.
Oof.
Against Bronze, he's got a domination against Lee, 20-5 in Nocturnal. Then in Silver, he's got close games, 2015 against Vaniac in Satan's Hellhole, 2015 in Lady Silver in Take 2. Overtime win, 22-20 against Vaniac in Audacity. And he's picked up 2 dominations, 20-9 against B2AF in Crimson, 2010 Lady Silver in Take 2. And then he went and he lit the dumpster fire. That is 20-14 against Morph with 7 suicides in Flea for the Dark Horse and his first match on his Gold Promotion Challenge.
Oof.
21-19 in Take 2 against Morph, the dumpster fire. 20-18 against Cyrus with 3 suicides in Athena.
I mean, those
And
were close
20
games.
to
but I mean,
Pardon?
those are close games. That's no dumpster fire.
Those
there.
are very close games. But the match that ignited the dumpster fire was 20-0 against Morphied with 22 suicides in Lurk.
Might I
want you
point out? I just want to point out.
No. You need
Go
to
ahead.
shut your mouth and give a moment of fucking silence.
Okay, moment
You
of
did not
silence.
hear that, people.
Moment of silence.
A
Okay,
moment
moment's
of
over.
silence.
I have never lost to Melvin on the DCL.
A moment of silence.
Point that out. Just saying.
20-0
20-0
against a gold
Why?
pilot.
Why? Why would you do this?
22 suicides.
Uh,
I have
what are
checked
these
on him
match
every
comments?
30 minutes to make certain he hasn't slit his wrists.
Melvin.
This is
I want to point out Melvin's match comment here. It says, "You don't know pressure until your 19 to -3 lead shrinks to 19-0. That, my friend, is pressure."
I frankly would be a bit concerned in the same situation.
Ouch!
Now, that's momentum there.
Don't do that. Oh, that's painful. Painful to look at. And now the guy's got a gold promotion challenge.
The bottom of gold it's not even leaking. There's just no bottom in the bucket.
The bottom's dropped out, huh? Might we also mention he's sitting at number 2 on the ladder at the moment with that win over Vaniac.
I can't tell whether this is a moment of celebration for the likes of Melvin or whether we're all just dancing in a terrible tribal ritual around the dumpster fire. But anyway, we're going to go on and talk about the dumpster fire, who has played 13 matches and is 5-5 against Silver in the last 2 weeks.
That's a gold pilot.
This is a gold pilot.
Okay.
This is a gold pilot who, by some miracle, has not received a demotion challenge yet. He has no games of note.
Okay, moving on.
Pretty much. He's everything that you have to talk about this guy is how badly other people have beaten him. If that's not a definition of dumpster fire, I don't know what is. We'll say hello to Demos, who's played 2 matches, and both of them were for the promotion challenge of Vaniac. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you thought that Vaniac was silver. Nope, he's not. He's gold, because apparently he can beat up a gold pilot 20-8, because that's exactly what he did to Morph. He got a domination on him, 20-8, with 4 suicides in Lurk, giving him +7, but frankly, that's one of those things where you have the strong man smack that stupid little hammer thing with the bell, and it goes rick bing, and it smacks it so hard the bell goes flying off. That's pretty much what Vaniac did.
Lovely.
39 matches. He's 3-4 against gold, 8-3 against silver. Notable matches here: 20-8 against Morphied as the domination Lurk, 22-20 against Morphied as an overtime match in Athena, and then he's actually put up a number of very good scores against a diamond pilot, Jedi Luke. 3 threatening scores: 20-22 in Ascend, 19-21.
Oh, the
infused.
overtime.
Yep, 19-21 infused. That 20-22 was with 6 suicides, by the way.
Yeah, I'm wondering when those suicides happened and by whom.
At the end and by the winner. I don't know. Is it 15-20 against Jedi Luke and Audacity X2? And then he picked up the very elusive Dark Horse, 23-21 against Jedi Luke with 3 suicides in Viral 3 X2.
And as a note, that is a silver diamond Dark Horse, since he was silver at the time. Not anymore.
Yes, Vaniac has made it through with excellent play against Morphied and 2 matches against Demos. The only real only Bahamut and Cyrus really kind of stopped the.
No, it's Bahamut and Demos. Demos had 2 games against him. One of them he did exceptionally well, and one of them he did exceptionally poorly. So those games almost canceled each other out.
But didn't Cyrus have a match in there?
Yeah, that was a +3 for Vaniac.
All right,
beat him,
because
but
it was 18-20, but
yes.
the target was 15.
Mm-hmm.
Now, understand that this is such a horrible circumstance here that Cyrus has actually retired with a statement that suicide is the answer. We don't encourage suicide here. And yes, the fellow upstairs sobbing into his pillow is on suicide watch.
Jeez.
We'll say hello to Bahamut, who's gone undefeated in the last 2 weeks. He's played 6 matches. His 20-15 against Lee was a dreadfully close game against a bronze pilot, though. Nonetheless, he's done very well against Vaniac, 20-10 and 20-12. Though those were as Vaniac is silver, technically, it's like a Canadian lobster. If it's on that side of the St. Lawrence River, is it really any different than Maine lobster? We don't know. So, a win over Vaniac is a win over Vaniac, but. It should be noted that Bahamut is sitting at number 1, and that actually did not meet our time threshold. We'll have to explain that one next week. Maybe if Moore finds out of his funk, he'll be able to explain it. I could come back and explain it to you. It just depends on what you people really enjoy. Then we got Cyrus, who retired.
Yay, I mean...
He played 5 matches. He lost to Melvin. He got a close game against Vaniac for his promotion challenge. And he has a threatening score against Jedi Luke 18-20 in Salute. Please don't kill yourself. And then we find Jedi Luke, who has rank dropped. So right now it's putting him as position 0. My understanding, there's a bit of illness. So he's just kind of chilling out and not playing matches until he's feeling better. 28 matches played in the last 2 weeks. He's 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 1 against everybody. He's picked up dominations against Lee and Bird Dog, 20-0, and Mega Lurk. Mega Lurk. That's a
Why?
very...
Why are we putting megas in everything? What's happened?
I think this Lee guy was dropped on his head as a child. 5 suicides.
Only
20-0
5.
against Bird Dog, 3 suicides in Logic X4. Against Silver, he's picked up a domination against Vaniac, 20-4 in Athena. And against Gold, he's got that close win over Cyrus and a comfortable win 2014 over Cyrus in Logic. But other than that, not too much to write home about. I don't know why. Oh, that's right. All of these 20-10 and 20-7 and 20-6s against Velvet and Vaniac may very well count as dominations if they do well in their promotion challenges, but they don't meet threshold this week because they are indeed silver at the time of this reporting. So it feels like I should have a lot more to say, but I think that 27-1 kind of says it. So that kind of does it for reporting here. That's Jimmy Russell's filling in for the dumpster fire Morphod, who is on suicide watch and is contemplating Harikari or whatever the heck it is, seppuku.
Well, let's hope not.
It's Sudoku.
Sudoku.
He's committing Sudoku.
Oh, Jesus.
He's got a pen, and he's drawing a lot of lines and scribbling down elementary arithmetic.
Okay, moving
Please take
on.
the microphone away from me.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the match of the week, and honestly, there are 2 very strong competitors for the match of the week this week. Of course, those 2 games, both overtime games. The first one, of course, being Vaniac's Silver Diamond Dark Horse 23-21 and Viral 3 X2. I've also got down here Bird Dog 34, Lee 32, and Fused. That is a long, long overtime match. And even though that's in bronze play, that is still fairly impressive to be able to hold on for that long in a high-pressure situation.
An overtime match is grueling no matter what the case is, no matter who you're playing.
And, yeah, so... I have to give it to Vaniac, though. I mean, he's been knocking at the door for months now, and he's finally successfully overcome that hurdle. He's made the gold promotion challenge. He's passed the gold promotion challenge. And Vaniac all around is...
I mean, he's driven 2
greatly.
people to the brink of suicide already.
No, that was Melvin that did it to our friend Morphod. I don't think that was Maniac. I'm pretty sure that was Melvin. So anyway, and I think that's just gonna about do it for this week. So we can go ahead and wrap this up.
So do we do it like with saran wrap, or maybe just kind of get a bunch of
No.
butcher's paper and
Go ahead, get
crumple
some.
it together?
Go ahead, get some aluminum foil,
Okay.
and you can wrap this up.
I dislike you, Mr. Unkley. It's
Well, that's a shame.
alrighty. I have something here written here. It's called the spiel, and it's kind of sticky noted to this monitor. So I'm just gonna go through it. It says, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or confessions, feel free to email it. Does he really read it this way
He doesn't read it that way.
every
No.
single week?
He doesn't read it that way. No.
This is the most insipid nonsense I've ever. If you got stuff you want to say to us, we want to hear what it is, naturally. So send us an email if you're one of those really cool guys or gals. I'm not judging. Emails at selfdestructsequence.org. Do you really know? Do you really own the URL?
I don't know.
Hey, you know,
Not
if
me
you're getting the
personally,
emails, that's
but
wonderful.
it's ours.
If you want to be recognized, say so. If you don't want to be recognized, say so we can make fun of you without explicitly naming you. But I promise you, we're going to give hints to who you are anyway, so you might as well just fess up.
Lovely.
You can also contact the Self-Destruct Sequence podcast on Facebook, on Twitch at SDS Podcast, and Twitter at SDS, the little thing that's like an underscore,
Yeah.
SDS underscore activated, and on the website, selfdestructsequence.org.
And you can check us out every week right here, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. Pacific. We may or may not have Jimmy Russells with us, but it's always a treat when you do come out.
Hey,
whether
buddy,
you like me or not, you know.
Is it really a treat for you? Is it really a treat for me?
It's I don't know. That's a good question. You can find us
Is it
on.
a treat for you, the audience?
That's
I think
that's
they just
something
like
that they
it
can
more
email
with-
us about.
I think they just like it more when something's charging my fusion.
Maybe.
And you know what really charges my fusion?
Oh, here we go.
You know what really, really charges my fusion?
What's that?
Spread fire.
Uh-oh.
Has there ever been a more garbage weapon than spread fire? It's like, look at me. I can't aim. I don't need to aim. I can magically aim at you around corners. And if that wasn't bad enough, I cause as much damage as a sawed-off shotgun. Never mind the fact that I have the second fastest weapon speed of any weapon in the game, and that I'm an energy weapon, so it's not like I can run out of this nonsense. Pretty much the only way that I am relevant is by being used everywhere. I can run backwards and just keep firing, and all that happens is the kill count goes higher and higher. I require so much skill. I'm a spread fire cannon. Really charges my jimmies.
Thank you, Jimmy.
It charges my jimmies, charges my fusion.
I'm sure it charges your Jimmys too, but we won't get into that. Like I said, you can find us over on iTunes. Subscribe to us
This
there.
is supposed to be a safe for work podcast.
It is. which is why I have no idea why you're here.
Minus
It's
one
just-
F-bomb that slipped out
Yes.
earlier in the show.
So be sure to rate and review our podcast there. It's the best thing you do to help the podcast. And of course, if you or someone you love is wanting to get back into the game, don't go.
Or for that matter, somebody that you really hate.
Yeah, don't go lighting a dumpster fire. Just go over to the Descent Champions webpage at descentchampions.org/new_player.php, where you can find all the information that you need to get back into the modern game of Descent. And be sure to watch our Facebook and Twitter feeds for our next stream. Until then, I am Ronkley.
And I'm a dumpster fire. No, wait. No, it's... I'm Jimmy Russell's filling in for the dumpster fire. That's what I wanted to say. Yes.
And we will see you guys next week.
Okay. because this is really, really good. I mean, you're just sitting there rattling off numbers one after the other, and it's just so droll. It's unexciting. You gotta spice it up. You gotta talk about the passion, the fury. Let's face it, the Russell Jimmies. This guy's gotta work on his delivery. It's pretty fun. Is this mic still on? This mic is still on, isn't it? I am going to go now. Goodbye.